guys, welcome to Messages for the Feminine. We've had our main reading, and to be honest with you, I had already taped the message to the feminine and masculine, and I had them ready to go. And in doing so, the feminine message was gone off my phone. Gone. And that means that there is a very special message that is here today. And I'm excited to find out what it is. When we ended off the reading, the Spring Equinox reading, Medicine and Mastery, there was a card that flipped on out. And it was underneath my chair, and I didn't notice it till the end because 15 cards shot out. And this was the one that they wanted me to see. And here's the message. And it's a number 33. Number 33 is a self-mastery number. As well as, look at the shape. She's creating patterning. She also looks very much like the feminine in the Rebirth card, connected to the Spring Equinox. And we got the message. I will link that reading down below for anyone who hasn't checked it out yet. Unconditional love. This is one of the most powerful cards in the deck and has come to you today to remind you that you are love. The love expressed here is unconditional, which has no boundaries, the energy that makes up the universe, and no matter what happens, embraces everything with abundance in all ways. This love is shared with no expectation of getting anything in return. It is your true state of being. That is powerful. Who you are at your core, your soul's vibration. Love is what makes the world go around. And without love, there is no life. That's some straight truth. Have you been feeling a lack of love? Are you searching for love in people and other things outside of yourself to fill you up? Have you lost yourself and are trying to find your way home? Set yourself free with unconditional love, knowing that love is the answer and has the power to heal. And love is the answer. And this is about being a symbol of truth. Are you a symbol of truth? Because that's what we're doing. We're making patterns, sacred geometry. There's a square in here. There's a connection to the masculine energy. It's connected to the diamond, as well as Mother Mary and the energy of Mother Mary, the healing energy of the divine feminine. And it's just loving all, finding that positive spark to add to any negative situation and to turn it into love through self. And that's how we're going to shapeshift things around here, because we got the message of this card in the main reading. Fear. We're going to end fear through unconditional love. And there is the symbolism for life. There's life being birthed here. Here there's no life because we're in fear. Fear is creating separateness. Separateness is creating selfishness. But we're going to heal from selfishness. We're going to end separateness through unconditional love. And that is connected to life. All of life. A message that I was called to have here for the feminine reading of the hummingbird is this one, because we were following the trail of the hummingbird. That's what got us here. Speaking of synchronicities and signs, we're going from a number 33 to a number 34. We're on the right path. Be here now. Hummingbird spirit. The hummingbird's wings beat so swiftly it can hover in seeming stillness as it drinks deeply from a flower. Coming to remind you that the beauty and the sweetness of life is in the eternal now, the timeless present. Here and now, you are becoming the person you wish to be, to have the experiences you wish to have. So even though sometimes we can't see, and we're feeling lower vibrational, or we're not understanding, all of this that we're going through is helping us shape shift and create to where we're going. Focus your energy on the flower before you, for what you desire is being provided. Yes, there are blossoms everywhere. The choices can be dazzling. Hummingbird Spirit's message is that you have no need to go in search of something better, for all you require and desire is before you. You will know this as you become still, feeling your connection to Spirit, who loves you unconditionally and will always provide for you. And this is our connection to the divine. And it's all about the sweet nectar of life, the sweetness of love, of unconditional love. Let's get some messages. Where are we starting off? I had this deck present in the masculine reading as well as just the main message, but I can't find the book anywhere, and I always like to have the books and the cards because at the end I always tape the books so you guys can always know what cards we're using. And I was called to have a different deck here to represent the animal spirits. This card flipped on out, and I was seeing if I could find the book. And here's the message. It's the Empress, here to speak to us divine feminines. Dolphin, creativity, fertility, and promise. And I channeled a message. We're going to be healing from our grief through creativity. And divine feminine energy is helping us with that. Okay, we're not going there, we're going here. Gotta listen. Gotta listen when I'm channeling. Kingfisher. Prosperity is flowing. Have faith that you will receive it in the perfect form. We need to have faith that we will receive it in the perfect form, and we're receiving it in the form of unconditional love. Wow. There's such a deep connection. Speaking of form, let's see what this oracle I was called to have here today. The cards I was called to have at the feminine reading for this reading are completely different. There's got to be a reason why, and I think I'm already seeing it. We got the Nine of Wands was the main message with the shadows in our last reading. And we were using the energy of the Nine of Wands, connecting to our ancients, as well as fighting for Earth's sovereignty, because we are Earth warriors, with our light connected to the sun and the moon. And it's about being a symbol of truth and creating with your symbols of truth, connecting to the shadows. And speaking of the spider weaving its spider web, and then there was a black spider web on the shadow card, and this was all happening in the Starseed Tarot, which we will get a message from. And divine masculine and divine feminine are there with their shadow selves coming together, and they're standing in front of the Sphinx in order to come together and fight the shadows together. Once again, too, connecting to that ancient information. Grace and gratitude. Through gratitude, joy expands. So here's our message. card is connected to how we're feeling about our environments right now. Our environments are really pushing us into places where we're feeling uncomfortable. We're really in a time of going within and cultivating the home we've been building within, because we will be expanding that without. And that's how we're going to be really now building the golden ages. We are in the time now of the great shift. It is happening. We're in a time where, are you going to pick fear? Are you going to pick love? And we're not looking at races. We're not looking at religions. You know, we've been fighting with other races for far too long. That's an illusion we're stuck in. We are all children of the sun. What's happened in the past is there's got to be time to go in the past so we can create a new. Now, does that mean it's not part of us? It will always be a part of us, but we need to create a new and allow a great shift and a change so we can come together as one. As well as, we can't blame everyone else for the past. There has to be a point in time where we come together because we're creating the future. That would be like never moving on from an old partner that you had a bad experience with, and then you just carry that for the rest of your life and never created a new. No, you know what, you heal from that, and then you go out and you love again. And it starts with self-love, as well as what's happening in our environments. There's the great shift. The people that are choosing fear and to watch the media every 5 seconds and are creating this mass hysteria, or the people that are hanging tight with the patterns they've been shown of unconditional love, of self-love, and not fear. Just surrender to what is. Okay. It's a great time to see what the Starseed Tarot has to say. Two of Chalices, and there it is. This is the coming together of the equality to go home. Because we are the master of the cups around here. We're the master of chalices. We've been doing twin flame alchemy and alchemy of the cups. And this is in order to see what we need to see to create a new. Four of Flames, we know because we've created equality and we've joined the energy of opposites. Black, white, dark, light, youthful, mature. You get the picture. This is New Earth and where we're going. Let's get the message of the Two of Chalices. Before I read this message, I also want to say too, we still have to be in the energy of the dolphin. And that means protecting ourselves from what we feel is still lower vibrational. We're joining together with the light. And I want to say that first and foremost. So if you're feeling like, no, I don't want to join with this energy. This energy is not right. There's a reason for that. Because remember, we're in a time of the divide. So make sure you're joining forces with the people you're called to join forces with as we make this shift in order to raise vibration. Two of Chalices. Here's to love. The glorious key. And the reason for that being is because we may not necessarily be joining forces with all these sleeping people and being pulled back under. It's going to be unique for all of us. We don't want to do that. So we're always going to do what we feel called to do. Now, some of us will join forces with sleeping people because we're leading the way. And they're attached to us for a reason and we're moving forth with them. Some of us will be setting boundary and cutting and severing ties with people that are sleeping and lower vibrational because we're moving on and we need to see something different. That's where you really need to understand thyself and understand your energy, because we are doing energy healing and we are shape-shifting and advancing. You need to learn how to listen to where you're being called, because you're being called there for a reason. And that's where we cultivate that beautiful relationship with our intuition. And that's thanks to the moon, La Luna, and the divine feminine energy. Two of Chalices. Here's to love. This glorious key needs little interpretation. It is the key of love, union, and that almost dreamy state of harmony between two people giving themselves to each other. Filled to the brim, the chalices are entwined, depicting the emotional state of the two lovers in the bloom of this new love. All is light, love, and sensuality. It is an intensity of emotion, as if nothing else exists. The dense stone archway encloses the two in their world, but beyond that blissful space is a definitive haze reminding the seeker that there is a certain vulnerability in enclosing oneself so utterly within a relationship that we can no longer see the world. Nonetheless, this is a time of celebration. Break through the chrysalis and fly on the wings of love. Now, there are so many synchronicities and signs within this. First of all, divine masculine, got the lovers, and it's speaking all about twin flame love counterparts. Now we have divine feminine getting the Two of Cups, and we've been shown we're not getting lost into this relationship in a codependent way. We're getting lost in creation, and we're getting lost in our connection and the feeling of the light with the divine. And it's really expanding our creativity, and we're on mission work through our passions. We're lit. We know we're breaking through the chrysalis. We're in a time of rebirth, and I have been shown some messages, and we're going to have a reading dedicated to our rebirth and breaking through the chrysalis, breaking through that cosmic egg of transformation. Whew, I'm feeling good. Let's get a message from the child. No. Guess I better listen again. We're getting a message from the moon, La Luna herself. Full moon in Cancer. A personal issue reaches resolution. We are having our resolution because we're ending the zodiac year to start anew. So we're in a time. And nothing is yet set in stone. The mutable moon. And there's a message for us in here. Now the moon rules Cancer. And this is going to be in a very emotional time. And that to me says we're going to be working through those emotions because we've been working on doing Alchemy of the Cups, so we're going to go to the next phase. Nothing is yet set in stone. Mutable is all about change, shape-shifting, even that something is still developing, indicating that indeed something is changing and there's still room for some maneuver. In astrology, there are also so-called quadruplics. We know mutable signs. We have mutable, fixed, and cardinal. And the mutable signs are Gemini, Sagittarius, Virgo, and Pisces. And when the moon is in one of these signs, you know there's going to be more flexibility. So think about what you want and enjoy the daydream. Keep visualizing and affirming what you want, as there's still room for change. We're going to still keep visualizing. Now let's see what the child has to say about this. And this is connected to the new moon in Aries. Trust. Trust in the way. With strength. There's a message in this card for us, and we need to trust and we need to pray. And this is connected to the tail. Say that.
Please subscribe to my Mommy Show. 3, 2, 1. You're subscribed? You're that fast. Let me show you the Mario pictures I made.
Okay, just one. Guys, we colored. We had a great time. Mario and Luigi. Thank you guys for Hearing out, my child. The way can only be understood when experienced in relationship to the teachings of the Tao, which translates to the way. The Tao that can be expressed in words is not the eternal Tao. The Tao teaches us that no matter how we attempt to indicate a concept, what we are indicating cannot possibly encompass the true spirit of said concept. On the Tree of Life, this card connects with Ain, the eternal vacuum of the spirit. It is the nothingness from which the concept of infinity emerges, describing that all things originate form. All things originate form and dissolve back into nothingness. This may seem like a blessing and a curse, but it is simply the way we came to be and the way we are going. The appearance of the way has one meaning that can be interpreted in various ways. The highest principle is complete trust and faith, that which is beyond our ability to comprehend. In this, we have to surrender to the flow that moves through us. We know the way. We must now use prayer in its purest method to tap into the natural flow, being an open channel with the divine. The divine. Through prayer, a space of silence is created so that the subtlest of notions from spirit may come through. And this is our relationship to our energy, our intuition, everything we've been discussing here through spirit and our connection to the divine and understanding that we just trust. We're not in control, we're in charge, and we have to let the universe and source co-create with us. And you know, I was even thinking today, this is gonna connect. I was even thinking today, you know, with everything that's going on, like let's just say I were to pass. I don't believe that I'm not going to allow fear into my mind in order to lower my vibration and manifest sickness. But if something were to happen to me, what would my son do? And then I heard the answer. Through cultivating a relationship through prayer and meditation. And it was, your son will have what he needs. He will always have what he needs because the divine is unconditional love. And they'll make sure. And I trust in that and I have faith in that. And that's connected to our passions. And there is everything that's in here that we need to, all the energies we need to use to be using these cards together. Strength to burn away what's lower vibrational. Strength to heal with our animalistic self. To just find that kindness and compassion and say, you know, I have an instinctual animalistic side to me. I have to honor that. But I am also conscious. I'm woke and I can apply what I'm seeing and expand with that. And I can do the harder things. There's the energy of our chakras. The two serpents. The caruses. All that healing there. And we're no longer the serpent that eats its own tail. And in this, we have activated with our heart chakra. One more card. We're embracing the all here. We're releasing to embrace. We're manifesting now. We are using all the elements. We have the Sword of Clarity. We also have the Scythe from the Death card. All the other elements here, we're on our Chariot and we are creating with our own patterning. We are releasing to embrace. We're releasing the old, we're releasing what's not in alignment with us in order to embrace the great change. We're connecting to the earth. This is connecting to the earth and creating patterning with the earth. Because we're ending conflict. Our relationship with the earth is the key. And we will fight for her sovereignty. She's a part of us. We are a part of her. And it's connected to the chariot and Metatron's cube. And we know we are creating Metatron's cube. This is the patterning that the universe was built off of. Now we're in forward motion. We're healing from the dark. We've activated our heart. We're fighting for what we feel is right. And it's unconditional love, because we've healed from the devil energies. We've seen the separateness, the fear. We've seen that this is what's creating this side right here. But we want to go to this side. And how are we going to do that? It's through this energy right here. And this is connecting to our spirituality. Higher self, the child, everlasting life. Our chakras are all activated here. You can see them all. And our divine blueprint. We're following our divine blueprint. We're seeing the knowledge we're seeking. And it's connected to our growth. This is the time we're in right now. Here's spring. Alright, let's just see what's being activated. Wow. I can hardly wait till it looks this green and luscious here. Oh, and this is connected to Venus. And Venus is helping us right now. This is what's being activated. I could have used this energy about when I couldn't find the first reading. The Fool. Originality, humor, unconventional wisdom, and freedom. Humor is such an incredible vibration. We need to be able to laugh at our mistakes. We need to be able to laugh at ourselves and each other in a healthy way. Not in a way where we're tearing each other down, but in a way where we're actually uplifting each other and uplifting how silly this place can be sometimes, how silly we can be. The divine fool and free-spirited trickster Coyote reminds us that life is a grand adventure standing at the cliff's edge, nudging us to embrace our deepest curiosity and move beyond ordinary ways of being, even at risk of looking foolish or something much larger. For something much larger is at stake, and that's the truth. That's why we're here. We may be feeling foolish as we're activating our new templates and our new patterns because it's going against the grain of what everyone else has been doing, but because it's part of our path, because we're builders of the golden ages. We're going to be building anew. Take a chance, trust yourself. It's time to trust ourselves, guys. Let's get one more of these cards over here. It's time to trust ourselves because we're advancing here with the Aeon. We have our Merkaba in working order. We're expanding. We're letting go of what's lower vibration. We're freeing what needs to be freed. And here's the Phoenix rising from the ashes. And look at all that light that's within our heart. Spirit's running through me. And it's connected to our purpose. And look, there's the Empress. The Empress has made it here. The Three of Wands, our life's purpose, we know. We're following the North Star home. The Empress, nurturing thyself. Connected to the Dolphin, creativity, fertility, and promise. And there's La Luna with change. And this is the time we're in. We're in the time of change. We need to hold tight to this. We're in the time of change. And look, in the Teo, with the flow, with the energy of our chakras. Balance, yin and yang. And here it is. The Six of Cups. And feeling like this. Feeling in joy. We're creating with joy. That's how we got here to begin with. Connecting to the hummingbird. Because we're going to be here and now. Creating joy now. Creating happiness now. And it's coming back to innocence, coming back to one, coming back to love through purification of the soul, and chakra healing through growth. There's a reason why That flower is all the colors of the 7 colors of the chakras. And it's a flower because it's to symbolize the growth. And this is the time we're in spring. The time we're in is all about, where did that card go now? Where did it go? Right here. It's all about our growth. We're not in decay. Once again, too, here, this is connected. This is all connected. Lower vibrational in growth, we're in decay. That's what's happening here. Higher vibrational, we're connected to growth. That's what's happening here. It's beautiful. We're ascending. The 6 of Swords is here. We're ascending. We're making the symbols we need to make. We're making the shapes we need to make. I'm going to just put this deck down one more time and then I'm going to get the message. We're creating the shape. We're in the creation of the diamond through our ascension and the 6 of Swords. And we know the 6 of Swords is, we're moving away from what's lower vibrational. And it's conflict. Osprey, your success is now at hand. Allow the abundance of flow. Allow the abundance to flow to you effortlessly. Once again, the flow, there we are. We're allowing the abundance to flow to us effortlessly as we create this space. Because we know this is connected to our purpose. I want to thank you for joining me here. Much love and healing vibes sent your way to create with today. I'll see you soon. Take care.